Alright, so here's part 4 of the crypto bot project that I've been working on. So we've already done the back testing, and then I started working on the code of this project and getting everything deployed to Azure. So I did that. So basically we have a basic web API project, and I'm deploying this to Azure Web Services. I just got like a basic subscription. For myself, I only have one little function right now because I'm just testing it out, but this is the one. So if you look at this, we have a trading view controller that does a post and it passes in some generic object payload. So the way that the alerts work on trading view, if I can pull that up. So it's actually really cool. And one worry that I had was, am I going to be able to post these variables that I need into the payload so that I can do the logic based off of that, or not? And so they have a ton of variables that you can post in. So I think we're good now. Now it just needs to be coded. So this is what the alert looks like. So basically, based off my last couple videos about the strategy that I came up with, the alert would go off on super trend direction change. It would go off on the bar close. So I guess right here is when that little thing shows up. And then it would, and here's where you put your Azure website as well as the endpoint that you're trying to hit. So, and then you pass in all these variables. So what I need to do now is set these alerts up. I still need to decide which exchange I'm going to be using, which exchange's API. Alpaca seems alright, but they don't have that many options, and I think their fees are low. TradeStation requires $10,000 in your account. Coinbase Pro, I'm not sure about that one, I haven't looked at it yet. Gate.io has probably the most options, but it's a little sketchy. It's a website based out of Japan. And then there's Bittrex. So I have some options, and then once I figure out which one I'm going to go with, all we have to do is implement it here. So let's say our alert triggers and it passes in all these variables. I would then have this code running on Azure. All those variables would come in through this payload object, and then I would do logic on the payload object. So the way that they do it on the alerts is apparently you put plot 0 if you're using indicators. So plot 0 would be my 200 EMA. And then, so I guess I would take the plot 0 because I need the plot 0. I need to know this little thing here. So I guess that would be plot 2 or something. I gotta figure that out. And then I would need to know the close. So pass those three in, just a very simple strategy. And then I would do logic based off of those three, and if the logic meets my strategy, then I would execute a trade to either buy or buy and go long, or short and go sell and go short. So that's basically it. Everything's set up, everything's running. I need to worry about security on the Azure side. I tried setting up some IP restrictions. I would like it to be to where only TradingView is the one that's allowed to talk to Azure, and then from Azure, or from my code deployed in Azure, I'll have my keys and secrets for the API stored in a config in Azure. Let me just go over to Azure actually. So when I was testing it, I just wanted to make sure that it was getting to live. So I just set up some like dumb alert where it was like, if the price goes over this, send an alert. And then I put in the webhook and I saved it. And then I got 2 requests. So looks like it's working. I added application insights just so that I can have access to the endpoint data. Yeah, so that's basically it. I mean, the Azure subscription's like $15. I need to focus on fees. I need to see how I'm going to be sending this value with the plot. But that's it. I mean, it did send requests to this code here. So now we're just going to write some logic, pick an API, and then hit the paper trading account for some time. And I might not use the strategy that I came up with on my own because it's not very good, and I might go back and try to make it better, but thinking I might just pick a strategy that's already being implemented and use that here. Maybe one with very little indicators, so we don't have to worry about all that stuff, so that we could just send a few things through. But yeah, it works. Yeah, so the next thing is picking the API and then coding the logic, connecting it to the paper trading account of the one that I pick, and then letting it run and see what happens. So it should be that part won't take long. Hopefully I could do it this weekend. I'm gonna try to get it done this weekend, but we'll see. So we're getting close. Almost there.